Expensive?
No. Don't do that.
What?
I don't pay you to sound like my accountant, Austin.
Come on.
You're my agent, okay? And speaking of that, while we're on the topic, come on. Both of y'all. I need both of y'all to come with me. What's this thing you had me install in my house, Austin?
What?
My contractor said it cost a ton of money.
Oh, okay, so this.
Yeah, this.
This is Hollow Help, and this is my gift to you.
Hollow what?
Yeah. There's my
There they are.
Look out there, MP.
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the game. Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, it's Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. Allie LaForce will be bringing us updates from the sidelines. Look at the 76ers starting group. We've got Allen. Demons out there with MP. Then it's Jeremy Sohan. And it's Burton in at the small forward position. Now, here's MP. And he lays it straight in. What a matchup we have tonight, Greg, in the front court. I know everyone, you and I included, have been waiting for this one.
And when you got two of the best bigs in the league going at it tonight, it's must-see TV. I can't wait to call this one, guys.
Nice recognition by MP to anticipate the turnover and get out in front of the play and score on the break.
About a minute played so far here in the first. Really left alone that time. Dort's got 5.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter steal, but not who you want to leave open.
Good on the three-point shot.
Off to a nice start here. They've hit all 3 from the field.
Gomez has gone a perfect 3 for 3 so far. Pass to McNeely. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Just 5 on the clock. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. 76ers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Here's Gomez, and the dunk by MP.
Nimble move by MP with the rock that time. Able to bag his own groceries right there.
Pass to Graham. They set the pick. Lets it fly. Jarrett Allen grabs the miss.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
On the wing, MP. Graham defending. Here's MP. And it's Denver with the rebound. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game. Great adjustments on the offensive end.
Well, it's really hard to stop them when they're in a groove offensively, and they were in a comfort zone all game long in that one.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Magic was a man on a mission. He ended up with a jaw-dropping amount of points, and once again, he was lights out from distance. Such an impressive effort. The team relied on him, and he delivered.
Great stuff, Allie. We thank you. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
Yeah, you know, every night's different. They may try to double him, might force him to adjust, or force him to make plays with the pass instead. We'll see.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Nailed from three-point land.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
There's the lob to George.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
Unless you're the team getting punched on. That would be the difference.
Allen with the screen for MP. Looking for Allen, and gets it there. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Woo-hoo-hoo, that's the stuff of nightmares for the defense. They'll see that one in their sleep. A long athlete like Allen flying in the air, that's a bad picture.
Now, here's George. 7 points in the game. McNeely shot is off. 35 seconds left in the first. Dort against MP. Pass to Sohan. Now, here's MP. He's guarded closely. Launches a three. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. And this is the first season matchup for them against this 76ers team. Here's McNeely. Drains the three-pointer.
Well, they count on big-time production from him at the offensive end.
MP, that's for two. Got it! A cold-blooded buzzer beater!
Clutch! Much in the clutch! Woo-hoo! How about that? Woo. Yeah!
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
What was really impressive there, though, guys, was that he could have rushed it and panicked, and yet he kept his cool and splashed it.
MP getting it done for Philadelphia. What an amazing quarter. There was absolutely no stopping him. And we'll be back with you shortly. David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Strong finish inside from MP.
Unreal. MP putting the team on his back tonight.
Lauri Markkanen is out there with McNeely. Then it's Lou Dort. Then it's Derek Lively. And it's Kolek in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Markkanen passes to Lively, and the layup is good. Lively's got his second basket.
No, nice pass by Markkanen. Knows it's better to give it up than force his own shot.
MP kicks to Randall. MP deciding where to go with it. Sohan with the screen. Shot clock at 6. MP passes to Randall. Here's Gomez. And Lively pulls it down.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Here's Markkanen. And that one hits back iron. The 76ers leading by 3. You know, Greg, in recent seasons, Lauri Markkanen has taken on a leadership role.
And Markkanen has been the featured player on some very young teams, and he's really embraced that role, proving to be a positive influence both on and off the court.
Here's Gomez. The Nuggets getting the bucket.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thanks. Derek Lively uses his mobility to his advantage. He said, quote, "I like to turn the game into a track meet because I can't outmuscle anybody, but I can definitely get around people, I can outrun them, and I have to be able to use my stamina and energy to get up and down as much as I can." Kevin, back to you.
Smart approach. Allie, as always, we appreciate your reporting. And Philadelphia has possession after the Nuggets pick up 2. Oh, watch out, MP! Throws it down.
MP is the lightning and the thunder.
Pass to Markkanen. Here's Kolek. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. There's a screen. And here is Markkanen. Wants to get it to Lively and does. Back to Markkanen. No good on the 3. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Shoots the 3. They grab their own miss. Over in the corner, Randall. Hits it from 3-point range. And it's a 4-point Philadelphia lead.
Yeah, you know, he's evolving his offense over time, Julius Randle, and I think the coaching staff is happy to see it. They like to see him take and make these shots.
And finished off by Lively.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
And here's MP for 3. Another miss by MP.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Pass to Lively. Now George. Here's McNeely, defended by Sohan. Lets it go from deep. McNeely, good. McNeely's got 6. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes, 6 already.
Here's MP. Jacks up a 3. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
What an ending to the first. First half, a buzzer-beating 3 to take the lead.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. 76ers lead by 2. And we'll get going after this from Ball Arena.
And this is a good list, but I want to see a 35-year-old category. Let the vets have some fun, too. Come on, man. Well, you need.
And a look back now at the first half as the Sixers have a tight game on their hands.
Once they gain position underneath the backboard, it's hard to push.
And that's all for us.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
So on the floor for Philadelphia, they've got MP. Sohan is out there with Allen. Then there's Demon, and it's Burton in at the 3 slot. Some say, Clark, the game has lost its physicality, with fewer fouls called on average than in any previous decade.
You know, I don't necessarily fully agree with that, Kevin. Sure, the game is still physical. Some of the hard fouls, and because the game was played closer to the basket in the past, lent itself to more fouls being called and more bumping and thumping. It's more perimeter oriented now, but I don't know if it's necessarily less physical. And I don't actually mind fewer foul calls. I like the players being able to play and put the ball in the basket as much as possible.
Now, here's Dort, following the miss by MP. Second half rolling along now, about a minute played here. Takes a step back. MP against Dort. Pass to Burton. Back to MP. Here's the floater. Not going to go that time. The Nuggets trail. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Here's Kolek. Offline with his three. And here's MP for three. Another miss by MP.
And I wouldn't put it past him, guys, to eventually start hitting those, given what he did in the first half.
To the wing on the left. There's a good screen. Kolek, offensive rebound. Dort, wide open. The basket is good off the assist from Graham. Dort's got 5 points in the quarter.
On top of everything else he does for this team, Dort is having himself a night in the scoring column.
The three from MP. The three-pointer is right on target. And the 76ers lead by 2. So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Now we have a chance to pay homage to the Eastern Conference Player of the Week, MP.
And you just look at the point totals that he has posted up during that time frame. Just some unreal numbers. Hard to argue with him as the pick when he is just putting up huge stats on offense and carrying this team with his scoring ability.
Now here's Graham. Hasn't made one yet. Dort misses.
Really good work by the defense to protect the rim and alter the shot.
Dort against MP. MP going to work inside.
Well, his scoring has helped them build and sustain this lead. Now he's trying to close it out.
Outside, Dort. Pass to Kolek. Graham with the ball. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. The three. And another miss by Denver.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
The Nuggets trail by 4. We've got 1:23 left in the third. Connects from three-point range. McNeely's got his third bucket of the night.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Derek Lively, he's checked in for Denver. Powell comes in for McNeely. And then for Philadelphia, Rando comes in for Jared Allen. And Black's subbed in for Demon. Gomez shot is good.
Boy, he's been a monster this quarter, carrying the load for sure.
For Denver, they've gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. They set the screen. Here's Kolek. Black defending. In the corner, Lively with it. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Gomez. MP takes the bump and connects.
A tenacious player. MP doesn't mind a little contact on the way up.
Pass to Lively. 23 seconds left to play in the third. That's good, and the 76ers lead is cut back down now to 4 on the bucket from George.
And so far, going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
Stolen by George. The finish. A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Exactly. I mean, when you're running neck to neck, those kinds of mistakes tip the scales.
And so it's MP making things happen for Philadelphia. And with his work in that quarter, he has 5 3-pointers in the game now. Quite a showing from long range. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. They've got Powell. Lauri Markkanen is out there with Jared Vanderbilt. Then it's McNeely. And it's Lively in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group on the floor for Denver. There's the pick. Powell kicks to Markkanen to take the lead. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Markkanen's got 5 points now in the quarter.
How about the shooting stroke from Markkanen, appearing very comfortable pulling the trigger from deep.
And Lively pulls it down. The Nuggets leading. Pass to Vanderbilt. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. And now a chance to see what's coming up for Philadelphia. On Friday, they'll head home to take on the Dallas Mavericks. Then on Tuesday, they'll be facing LaMelo Ball and the Charlotte Hornets.
And for that game against the Timberwolves, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
Denver passing it around. Markkanen a screen on MP. Here's McNeely. And he uses the glass on the layup. McNeely's got the game tied up here for the Nuggets.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now. My goodness.
Now Powell. There's the pick. Jacks up a 3. Rebounded by Allen inside. For Philadelphia, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. And down goes the 3.
It's just hard to believe that someone can perform at such a high level. They've got to thank him for this lead.
And we've got a timeout from David Adelman. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. And the Nuggets with some changes. Graham's checked in. And it's Dort in for Lauri Markkanen. Philadelphia also making some changes. Jeremy Sohan's checked in for Randall, and Burton subbed in for Anthony Black. Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear what the Nuggets head coach was saying to his team. He pleaded with his guys to keep their emotions in check, saying, "You're battling right now. Continue to play smart. Don't try to be a hero out there. Play for one another." Guys, let's see what happens.
All right, Allie, we thank you for that. Earhart. Allen defending. The shot misses.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
That does not go. The Nuggets trail by 6. Here's Grant. Oh, and he cannot get the layup.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Doesn't get that one. Denver's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Earhart. Allen defending. And it's good.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots. Important moment, a lot at stake, able to keep his composure and deliver. Love it.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. That one is off.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
1:02 left here in the fourth quarter. Earhart defended by Allen. 6 to shoot. They swipe it. Now the 76ers on the break. He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
And he steps up and knocks them down, making it a 2-possession game.
For 3. It misses. And so MV will bring it up for the 76ers. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And so they foul intentionally. First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good.
No time to waste on this possession.
Got to go right up with it and then foul immediately.
And the 3 misses. And now we've got the intentional foul. He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game. Denver calls timeout. They're behind by 8. Guys, what do you think?
And I don't think they'll be able to climb out of this hole.
You know, maybe working on their 60-second drill, even if it doesn't pay off tonight, maybe for the future.
And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Both good from the line that time. And the 76ers call time here. They're up by 6. Six-point lead. Again, what an avalanche! That gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
And they go to the intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that brings them within 8. He hits both from the stripe. And he commits the intentional foul.
You know, give him credit for still battling here down the stretch, but I think it's too little too late.
Simply delaying the inevitable here. I mean, at this point, even if they miss the free throws, there's not enough time left.
Second one is good, hitting both at the line, and it's a 9-point ball game.
You've got to figure those are the free throws that officially put this game out of reach.
Good on the first, and that brings them within 8.
Interesting choice from them there. I mean, we'll have to wait and see how that works out for them.
Releases. Fires away from outside. It's off target. So the 76ers win it. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. And that about wraps it up. So for Allie LaForce,